That has to be just crazy. That's bad when you forget to forget. Like go. Hey, Al. Hey, Pamela. It's still throwing up them little crowns for all you princesses out there. Grapes. Well, I hollered at you about some paper towel, and I forgot I had a roll sitting here. So, yeah, it's been a long one. I tell you, hot and long and boring. I
Oh, are you bored without me, baby?
huh?
I said, are you bored without me?
Said I was bored.
He just said it. Did he not?
Yes, love.
Good. You should be.
I'm I'm just miserable without you, love.
I knew I forgot something.
Hey, Sabine. Uh, Jillian Underall, if y'all remember Jillian, uh, she hit me back up today, and she had, I believe it was a stroke,
Mm.
and it was affecting her hands and or one of her hands, one of her legs. Uh, uh, hey, Patricia. I asked her. I said, "How?" Uh, I said, "Welcome back, love. How are you doing now?" She said, "I'm finally getting a lot better. Thanks for asking. How are y'all doing?" I was hanging in here. She said that she was just noticing Jack and Lily's case, and I guess that's what brought her back. She she was going through some things, and we were always asking prayer for her. She had some family things going on, and then plus her health, uh, all that good stuff. So she pops back up. We'll all welcome her back to the house.
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
it was good to hear back from her. She'd been found for a good long while.
And guess what? You can actually see me now.
We are at 2,586 over the last 4 days, 5 days. We've gathered 51 new subs,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody can see it. So thank everybody for hitting that subscribe button and liking our silliness here. Don't be being silly. Sometimes we ain't being silly, but we still look silly.
I will throw a grape at you.
Uh, big, let's see who all on here. Who all we got here now?
Oh, yeah.
You turned your crown off last night. I don't know how'd you do it. See how they look. See how they all got little crowns. Uh, they all got little crowns, and
Oh, yeah.
the other day
Oh,
he
why
was
do you
putting
do that?
their. The other day it
Oh.
was. See, YouTube sent me something other about do.
Oh, I
See
know why. I know why.
why?
It's because of how many times they share it and like it and everything else.
Oh,
Because see, right here, there it is. You press onto it.
yeah.
Just a bit for me. And it shows it. She's shared it more than anybody. Then
75 times.
she's shared it more than anybody so far.
Well,
And then Alice is in the running at the second.
that
Trisha's
says
in
70.
third. And see, it says you can do it. Keep showing support to make it up to
Yeah,
top 50.
yeah. Y'all can make it all the way up there, top 50.
Mm-hmm.
It's um, they make like a little square plaque thing, and whoever hits the number one first uh, the mark, they get a they'll get a JSV silver placket, and you can hang it on your wall. Uh, and it'll say have like number one, and then they'll get with your email and see what your initials are or whatnot. And they'll put your initials out to the side of it, make it you they. It's kind of like when they give you like a credit card or something. You can decide how you want to make it look. Uh, Flaherty ones, black ones, whatever. You don't see one's crowns now. Well, that's because you said you took yours down. She took hers down too. Let's see. Patricia's got hers. Pamela's got hers. Alice's got hers. Yeah, that's all on right now, ain't it? Sabina, Patricia, Alice. Where's everybody else at? Where's my? What am I? Let's see. Alice, Pamela. You turned yours off last night. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hello, gorgeous
Hey,
young
I had
women.
to.
This evening, I hope everyone's had a
And if no one's
blessed
told
day.
you, you're beautiful.
That's right.
At least if no one told you today, you're beautiful.
Inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, anybody that sticks right here with JSV, you know that they're true at heart. They have a heart because they know what our purpose is here. And I don't thank y'all enough. There's no way I can. A lot of y'all been with me for a long time. Yeah, anybody that is watching in the back wants to jump in here. We had a couple jump in the other day that said they've been watching for the whole 4 years.
And we didn't even know.
And they finally decided to come on in. Uh, and I know right now that there's 9 people watching in the back. And I'm sure each one of you have a loved one out there that you've lost at some point in time. Being here at JSV, over a period of time, you'll hear your name and hear your loved one. And it's also a family gathering kind of place here for spirit activity and for just all of us to hang out together. You won't ever find a better family group on social media than right here. Yeah, for a long time. That's right. Make good friends here. We've touched people around the world. I say, well, about 6 months ago, we had two or three call or text in from Poland. I can go into my analytics and see where all they're at, and we even got some that's in South Africa. Uh, I think they were four over there that's subscribed. Uh, that's right. Uh, tell your friends, tell your family, everybody, and all y'all that's here. Share it with y'all's friends and family too. Even if you don't know if they would watch or not, but they might still subscribe. And one day they may need us. You never know. I can look it up. I think it's a little over 2 years now. I think a little over 2 years now. This is y'all seen me at my highest, and y'all seen me at my lowest, and the majority of you, the ones that's still here now, is never left me.
Sorry, there's a fly in here. It just went by my ear.
We we are a family. He better go on. It get squashed around here. Let's see what we got going today. I'm sure Numbnuts has come up with some kind of other excuse some which way.
Probably.
Yeah. One says, live stream, Malaya. Finally tell the dadgum truth. Well, I didn't say dadgum, but I put that in there. Finally tell the truth.
True Barney.
Now I hear something comes up 2 hours ago said, uh, Lilly and Jack Sullivan, what was hiding? What was hiding? It gets worse. Secret, covered. Yeah, and you got some other things coming your way too. That's why we text you and asked you about what time you're going to be at Walmart, because you got some things coming to you too at the same time. So that way she can set her alarm. You said 9 o'clock, so we'll do the same thing. Uh, well, I mean, three things. Yeah. Once people's here for a minute or two, they start enjoying it. This untold crimes and affair stuff, uh, you know, I know I put my piece out there, and I meant what I said. I never say anything that I don't mean. I never try to. Um, Stolen shirts.
Hey, Tanya. Hey, Sweeney.
Who? Oh, Tanya. Hey, Tanya.
Tanya. My bad. I'm saying
Stolen shirts. Evil exists. Of course, it does.
Oh, yeah.
At
Evil
night,
definitely
wants
exists.
everyone to take possessions.
Whether you
Janie speaks.
want to believe it or not.
At night wants FBI to take the case. Tell you what, that poor little old Sebastian. They did Daniel plant Lily's blanket. Of course, between him and Numbnuts. Uh, they really ain't. They really ain't much more that they've put up here. Uh, I mean, and I told the truth. People are getting tired of watching the same old thing. I mean, that'd be like trying to watch Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
I love Andy Griffith.
Hey, now I had to watch that multiple times.
But if you
Grandma
watch
Rose
it
loves
over
it.
and over and over every day for months on end, you want to watch something else.
Grandma Rose did that for a long time. That's all she would ever watch for a long time.
Yeah, just send me the barcode thing, the numbers, whatever it is. As soon as you do that, we'll head straight there. She got to be at work at 11.
11.
Yeah, that's what telling people, and I tried my best not to say it out of character too much, but I don't like to say character because I don't act. I tell it like it is.
I was about to say.
I'm probably about one of the bluntest people you'll ever meet, but I just don't like it when hey Julian, uh, Julian,
Hey.
I just don't like it when people lie on children or the deceased. Period. And when you title something and it don't have any context of what you have created your thumbnail for, when you're scrolling through here and it says something on here that triggers your eye or catches your eye, however you want to say it, and then you watch it and it don't do nothing but tell the same old thing. You're not going to get followers that way. You're going to lose them. So this one here is just a 10-minute one, I think. Here, let's see what it's going to say. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
I was telling them about you a while ago, Jay. Glad you're back. All right.
Or in Huntsville, Decatur, Madison, Athens, anywhere here in the greater Huntsville area, and you've got an old
woods of pick two count 2 months. 2 months since 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and her 4-year-old brother Jack vanished from their rural home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. 2 months since the world held its breath, praying for their safe return. But today, on this chilling 2-month anniversary, a disturbing new detail has emerged. One that sends shivers down the spine and raises questions we can't ignore. What was in the cupboard that Daniel's mother, Janie, didn't want the police to see. And what?
Jillian's got a crown too. There you go. You notice that, Jillian? When it gets to 50, what is that now? What?
50.
How many times did it say she? Every time y'all share one of my videos, or some of the good ones would be Graveyard or even Dead Children's Playground or um, what was that? Well, just anything. Some of these lives and things, just share them with somebody. Family. Even if you don't think they would be interested in it, you never know. One day they may need us. Like I said, a lot of people said, "Well, I don't like that stuff," but where'd they end up at the tail end? Right here, wanting to hear from a loved one. So you done got it. It shows it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Crayon hashtag 2. Yeah, the other day, well, my internet was screwed up,
Mm-hmm.
and I had about a week prior to that, I got the invitation to go to VidCon out there in Los Angeles. They hold 2 days once every year, and then they started telling me how I've done all year and the month and whatnot, and was offering these things, and then my internet went stupid, and I couldn't do nothing but go live on my phone. So I throwed a good enough fit, I guess. I finally got it strong enough to go back on my laptop, and now the other day it was pulling up, like Sabina. It was like at Sabina,
It was
so-and-so,
showing it really weird.
It's like their email or something, and then now everybody's getting a crown.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll tell Andrew when he pops up. I guess I'll ask him, does he feel feminine today or something? I don't know. I don't know. But it's crazy. It's like the more you share, the higher up you can get. And if you get to a certain level, like I said, you can get a silver plaque for being one of the first to reach that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy.
And that's right, love. We love you too, honey.
Yes, we do.
And it just shows appreciation for y'all doing the sharing, and I know Donna shares a lot of them too. Most of the time, as soon as we get off, Donna goes ahead and shares to Facebook, Instagram, our friends and family. A lot of people you would think, at least think, that yeah, a lot of people you think wouldn't be interested, they actually are. That's how come 98% of my fan base is female.
Mm-hmm. Which I find funny.
Well,
it's just the fact
because
that
females are more willing to learn.
No, because of something you said like the other day or two.
What?
About mine is on TikTok than how yours is girls on here.
Well, yeah, yours is guys stuff, but mine.
I find it funny though, because not all of them are.
Now, when we start swapping it up and when we start doing trail rides and things, there's gonna be a lot of guys jump on here and all that stuff. Yeah,
there'll be a lot of girls on my TikToks too.
So,
now because will be doing TikToks of that.
Yeah. 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 And I guess now we do have some people from Singapore and Taiwan. I noticed, and they probably have translation things fixed in their phones or iPads or laptops, whatever, to translate for them. Uh, and they're starting to enjoy it as well.
Why did she fight so hard to keep it hidden? Stay with us as we unravel this haunting update, step by step, and dive deeper into the mystery that's tearing a community apart. Let's set the scene. May 2nd, 2025. A quiet morning on Gerlach Road. Lily and Jack's mother, Malehia Brooks Murray, calls 911, her voice trembling, reporting her children missing. She says they were playing in the house, slipped out a silent sliding door, and vanished into the dense, unforgiving woods of Pictou County.
Need a free phone? Listen up. If you're on SNAP,
I need you to
Medicaid,
get off my
SSI, or
cellular
Section
device.
8, you're eligible for a brand
County. The RCMP launches one of the largest searches in Nova Scotia's history. 160 searchers, drones, helicopters, dogs, scouring 5.5 square kilometers of thick forest scarred by Hurricane Fiona. A boot print is found on a pipeline trail, but it leads nowhere. Days turn to weeks, and the search scales back on May 7th. The RCMP calls it suspicious, but insists
When you click on one of my videos, on the bottom, I have a little arrow. You can click on it and send it to whoever your friends are or whatever. It'll be at the bottom of the page. That's how we will start getting it on up there.
there's no evidence of abduction. Yet, the questions linger like a fog that won't lift. Now, fast forward to today, July 2nd,
Bless you.
2025. The case is far from cold, but the RCMP's updates are scarce, offering only vague assurances that all scenarios are being considered. They've interviewed 54 people, administered polygraph tests, and combed through hours of surveillance footage. But the real bombshell comes not from the police, but from whispers within the family. Whispers that point to a cupboard in an RV on the property. A cupboard that Janie, the stepfather's mother, didn't want the police to touch. Let's break this down. Janie lives in an RV parked on the same property as Lily and Jack's trailer, where they lived with their mother, Malehia, stepfather Daniel Martel, and their baby sister, Meadow. On May 3rd, just one day after the children were reported missing, Belinda Gray, the children's paternal grandmother, arrived to join the search. She overheard a chilling conversation. A policewoman was speaking to Janie, who was visibly upset, crying. The officer said, "It's okay, Mom. They're not blaming you. They just need to look in your trailer." But Janie resisted. She didn't want them in her RV. Why? She claimed it was because of her dog, a small Yorkie mix that might bark or get stressed. But then Belinda caught something else. Janie specifically didn't want the police looking in a cupboard.
Okay.
A cupboard. Let's pause here. A cupboard? In an RV?
Yeah. I mentioned about that, about the second weekend on that. I don't know if you were here, Jillian, when we started getting these things made, but check my
check it out.
tumblers out. Got some red, white, blue, and black. Look like in smoke.
And then right here, we got some necklaces.
Yep.
And the birthday cards. Well, Mother's Day cards and everything else.
Yeah, just pour 2 shots. Go ahead and send it this way.
Of what?
Yeah, they're hiding stuff, Kathy. Uh, she said she got uh, apple pie moonshine.
Oh,
I said, yeah, just go ahead and send me a shot of it.
I'm not sure about
We're not talking about a sprawling mansion with endless hiding spots. An RV is small, cramped. A search would take minutes. So why the resistance? Why was
Oh.
Janie so...
And two, I don't even know if you know that mother passed away. Um, Kayla made me a coffee cup with mother's picture on it. Um, that was very cool of her, and she's done all these designs on things. She's awesome at what she does.
adamant about keeping the police away from this cupboard? Was it big enough to hold something or someone? Could it have concealed evidence tied to Lily and Jack's disappearance? Belinda's words echo in our minds. Is it a small cupboard? Is it a big cupboard? Is it a cupboard big enough to put 2 little kids in? The thought alone is gut-wrenching. Now, let's consider the context. Janie's reluctance isn't the only red flag. Daniel Martell, the stepfather, has been vocal, insisting he's cooperated fully with the police. He even took a polygraph test, which he claims he passed, though the RCMP won't confirm this. He's denied rumors of a party at the house the night before the disappearance, and has pleaded for the public to stop harassing Malehia online. But there's tension in his story. He says Lily and Jack were home from school on May 1st and 2nd because Lily had a cough. Yet experts have flagged this as unusual, 48 hours unaccounted for before the disappearance. And then there's Malehia. After the children vanished, she left the area with baby Meadow to stay with family, cutting off contact with Daniel and blocking him on social media. Why the sudden distance? But the cupboard detail, it's like a splinter in the case that you can't ignore. Family members like Malehia's cousin Durwood or Darren have shared unverified claims that Janie saw Malehia on the driveway early on May 2nd, possibly after the children were taken to an undisclosed location by one of Malahia's friends. These are just rumors.
What you want to do is
See
save
what I'm
hundreds
talking
when
about?
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to...
These are just rumors, mind you, passed through extended family, but they fuel speculation. Was Janie's refusal to let police search her RV about protecting her dog, or something far darker? Could the cupboard have held evidence of foul play, clothing, a weapon, or, God forbid, something tied to Lily and Jack themselves? Let's explore the possibilities. Scenario 1. Janie's reluctance was innocent. Maybe the cupboard held personal items, medications, private documents, or something she was embarrassed about. RVs are small. A barking dog could make a search feel invasive. But if that's the case, why not step outside with the dog for a quick search? Scenario 2. The cupboard contained something incriminating. Not necessarily the children, but perhaps traces of their presence. Blood, hair, or clothing. The RCMP hasn't mentioned cadaver dogs searching the property, which is odd.
They did.
In other cases, like the Madeleine McCann disappearance, scent dogs played a crucial role. Why not here? And scenario 3, the most chilling. What if the cupboard was a temporary hiding place? A place to conceal the children or evidence of their fate before they were moved elsewhere? The RCMP has been tight-lipped, But they've confirmed Lily and Jack were seen on surveillance footage with their family in New Glasgow on May 1st, the day before they vanished.
That's
This
not
is the
been
last
proven either.
independent proof of life. Since then, nothing. No confirmed sightings, no trace beyond that single boot print. The police have searched septic systems, wells, and abandoned mine shafts, but found no evidence. They've received over 180 tips
Now wait
and
a minute.
conducted polygraph
Hold
tests.
up. Wait a minute.
What's some country? Sorry.
Now that's a damn lie. Because whoever it was talking the other day doing that voiceover, ain't that what you call that? Voiceover?
Yes.
Plainly said that they found child's teeth in there and some bone in a well. Yeah. Once Jack and Lily, their incident, she run to mommy, and then whenever CPS got Meadow, she cut out. Since I've been reaching out to Jack and Lily, there's only one thing that I'm having trouble with about certainty. And I'm hearing the word, I think, pillow. But they may be trying to say Meadow,
Maybe.
because that is the baby's name, Meadow. But I thought pillow about 13 or 14 times. But again, they could be just trying to say Meadow. I do too. So, from a loved one of theirs said, yeah, I said they've lost color, turned blue. Yeah, the mom. Remote area. Did it. Mile and a half in. Yellow with something other on Jack. Too much blood from Lily. And yes, they found a pair of children's or girls' panties with blood in them. Rose, I asked her to help out, and she said it now has a smell to it. You could see a plane. I'm sure they was talking about a helicopter, or a drone. A gentleman spoke up and said the little boy was funny, but they both looked very sadly and sickly. And then it sounded like a little girl's voice, which I called out to Lily, and said, they lied. We were in the back. He was angry. And then the word smothered. And then right after that, that's when I started hearing pillow. But maybe not every time they're trying to say pillow. Maybe they're trying to say Meadow. A lot of time older siblings would not be so concerned with herself as they will with the little one, It did, yep, both. The word murder, yeah. Mom, yeah, he's one maniac. Yeah, a lot of country, a crime, a party. thirsty, yeah, dig them out. They won't see us anymore. Lily was injured a little. Now, pillow or meadow again. Yep, a lake, a lake. Me, Brianna, whoever Brianna is. A gun was mentioned. Yeah, the word Nathan was mentioned. Beaten, rural area, hurt. And here's one key factor that we've all heard. Yesterday, we heard Daniel say out of his own mouth that we all thought how we would put this thing together. He said that. And whoever he was saying it to and who called it, I don't know. But y'all heard it just as well as I did. He said we all put it together ourselves. And it says right here, it said, uh, beat him, rural area, hurt. They all agreed on, right here. They all agreed on seeing them in their room on a Friday. They missed. They waited. And there's like a creek. Waited in there. Like a creek. In it, they did. A boyfriend, I know they're together at the house. And Malaya said that she got home late from work and her partner stayed the night at the house. Hit in head, yeah, and nephew, cousin, is true. The mom didn't want to see us again. Yeah, hey, I can't believe they did this to me. He did, Mom. Was always angry. Yep, me. Mom, Dad was in my room. Mom was bad to Jack. They both did it. Backyard with, and then again the word, I, I thought I was hearing pillow, but it could be meadow. Here, yeah, Ken, he's down a little. Jack, I can, was in the yard, Dad. Lily at Deep Point. Hurt because angry, beaten. They will find them both. Felonies for both, 1 to 2 feet. Could be naked, buried. Rosita, it's cold. They nearly found them. Okay, from Lily. I need Jack. I can't believe. And then killed. I do. There is no idea. I just wanted Mama. And I asked, are you on a side road? Are you on a back road? Do you know where you are? Yeah, my road. Wanted Grandma. Party. Did it in a shed with a truck. Mom, Dad, it was cold. Mom didn't want us either of us. Teeth. Jack, grandma. Teeth. Jack, grandma. They said they found teeth in a well and some remains. Yeah, tied a shirt around you. And I asked about Jack just wearing a diaper. You know, it would have been full by morning and probably fell off. And with her little voice, said, "Yeah, I tied his shirt around it." Um, yeah, no, Grandma, yep, he knew. Jack was wet. Yep, dead. Broken. Uh, Neck. Fell in. Too deep. Can't swim. In bed. And each other. Yeah, I guess Mom and Dad got their wish because we're not here anymore. Not good to Jack. I can't. From Lily. Yep, from Jack. Mom from Lily. I knew he was going to from Lily. In the trees. Jack. It was both. Lily. You did, Jack. I see mud from Rose. Okay, Jack. Dad would. Jack, and I asked, what did you enjoy doing? And a little boy says, puzzles. Uh, in my room from Lily. I don't like that. Jack says, Mom. Lily said, Nick. Could. I needed Mom from Lily. Woods from Lily. Yep, Lily died. Yep. I heard them cry from Rose. It smells. Jack, blow. Footstep. Yeah, it was faked. Me, yeah. Yeah, family. Mean as him. Both were, I have been, Jack, with a question mark. Something station. Now I know Landown Station. There's like it was a bad home. Yep. Cody. And then cousin at my home. Yeah. And Dad and Mom. Yeah. Mean. Once he touched with his finger. Yeah, he's pretending. So everything that was seen was staged. Yeah. So these children have told from the beginning to the end of their own story. And I don't care, hey, Paul, I don't care how many people try to tell me something different. I'm going to believe them children. Now they've said things right there that we got in the first 2 or 3 days of doing this, and I got right on this. I've done got things right there that I just read off that they're just now coming around saying. I mean, like the teeth, naked, touched with a finger, in my room. I seen them in the room on a Friday in woods. If they're pillow or meadow, one or the other, I don't know what they're saying. Uh, they could have Kathy. I mean, I don't.
Hollywood's cracking. I just while she was on.
You know, and now, she run off. Okay, but the thing of it was, Daniel slipped up and said that they all come together to a decision what to do. Lilly plainly said they all agreed. You know, I think a lot of times people underestimate just how smart children can be and how good their memory is. I would give anything under this earth for somebody to be able to say that they've seen these children alive because they're too easy for me to get. And I've got from day one till the end already. Every update we've tried to watch has just been beating the bushes. It has a good picture, stating a good thing, but it all revolves around the same thing that we already know. And they just keep doing it, and that's why I had to rant a little bit the other day because it's not right. It's not giving Jack and Lily no justice. And that mom keeping them out of that trailer and that camper, yeah, they're hiding stuff. An old dumb numbnuts, he's done messed up and said, if the plantation, the reservation could have gotten to them children while alive, they could have kept them hidden and they could be living well and being taken care of. He says he knows the driver. Of course he does, because he was the one doing the driving. What they're getting tongue tied on, they didn't see Malaya just walking or standing at the end of the driveway. They seen Malaya standing on the side of the road. And it could be at the property that has been handed down in her family to her. That does indeed have a well on the property. And ever since they have said they found child's teeth and some bone, they've not one more word from authorities saying anything about it. And again, sometimes the less you say is more. Less is more sometimes. When they're not talking about it, you know they're working on it. It wouldn't have come out and said, hey, we found some teeth and some bones of a child in a well for no reason. That came from authorities. And now all of a sudden they're not talking about it for the last few days. They are doing DNA, all kinds of stuff. And what the problem was, and that's Malaya's fault and her mama. These kids didn't have no doctor's records. They didn't have nothing. It's like they really, hey Andy, like they were just hidden from society. But when they get DNA, if, and I believe that's why they want to get in that camper in that trailer, because they have apologized for not doing their job correctly. But I bet they got an idea of where something was, and if that's the case, then it's something that they can get some DNA off of. And I'm sure that Daniel and the mama and all of them have been using alcohol wipes and everything to wipe down even toys and you name it. But they can tell if that's been done too. And they keep putting up this thing saying arrest is coming soon. We know that they're going to get arrested, but Malaya, she's the type of person that would take her own life. That's gonna be too easy. They need to get to her before she does that. When they come to get her, they don't need to come with lights and sirens blasted. She done run off, and then now I don't know for a fact if the picture was current or not, but it showed her and a friend on the beach. Now, why in the world would you be strutting around on that gun beach when your children's missing? Well, knock on wood, missing. And the nervousness in Daniel. And now they've turned attention to Cody. I never even knew who Cody was. I just wrote down what I was hearing. About 2.5 weeks in, I finally found out that Cody was actually the biological father. So, again, we found out quicker through the deceased than we did the living. We've got the whole story right there. Sometimes if people would just take the time to listen, these children will tell their own story. It may take them a little while, some of them longer than others, but you have to be patient. But this is going on 8-9 weeks now. This is going too far. They don't need to let this be another Summer or Sebastian situation. And if people keep throwing up good thumbnails that you scroll through there and you see something Lilly and Jack and it reads off some kind of evidence or this or found this and that, it's a bunch of bullcrap. It just all repeats itself like a broken record. That's why I ran it and said, look, don't do that. Unless you've got some evidence, don't say nothing. If you want to do some content about these children, talk about what your theories are. Maybe somebody will listen. That's what I do. But I've been listening to their updates, letting everybody hear it, and everybody's seeing that none of it is making any sense. They're all saying the same daggum thing. It don't mean a hill of beans. Yeah, truth will just kill them. Yeah, like Case Anthony. Yeah. Belinda mentioned he had no history with police, but yeah. Well, how'd that work out with him? And supposedly he had a ankle bracelet on. Me too. Me too. I think a arrest is common, yeah, but they tried to do it civil because they wanted to go back in that trailer one more time, in that camper one more time. That's it. They said, if y'all let us, come in there and look and check everything, we'll leave you alone. Well, she won't let them come in there, and she's using the excuse because of a little old dog in there might bark or something. And you see how kind of stupidity stuff that is. I mean, if you're not hiding something, why not open up and prove your innocence? I mean, that's the way logic works, I do believe, best of my knowledge. Well, because a lot of times she'd probably keep them on the res and things like that. And there, they probably did it there. But here in the U.S., they wouldn't be able to get them records like that. Like they're gonna have to use a uh, state judge to do anything if she runs to the res. Um, I don't. What I heard was that he agreed that Malaya could keep the kids because at the time he was in trouble with the law and didn't have a job, and I reckon that's what they went with. Now I don't know if they took full custody or not. He probably still had visitation rights. Um, I mean, because even with Daniel and with his record, CPS let him come and see Meadow the other day for just a few minutes, and that's probably the last time he'll ever get to see that child again. Um, but I'm not sure if they took his whole rights away, Cody. I don't know. Yeah, they need the the only way they're gonna have to put the fear of God in these people. They thinking they outsmarting everybody. That's what it is. But truth be told about it, you know, these kids done told everything. You can't go back from that. You can't take back what's done happened. All right. Numbnut said yesterday, plain y'all heard him plain as I did. Said uh she snapped. You know, she snapped. I know she did, and everything. And, we all come together and try to figure out an idea how to handle this. And the Lilly done said that. Everything that has happened to them children, we've done got it from the front to the end. I am not believing anything unless I see it for myself. If somebody can show me footage, just a few seconds, that these children are alive and well somewhere, supposedly they've been in New York twice, over here once or twice, uh, somewhere else. I don't remember where they said that was at. But boy, wouldn't that be nice? I mean, these kids getting a round the world vacation, just don't make sense. If you, yeah, I mean, if you exist, I mean, don't let them fool you. Even the reses have cameras. Do not let them fool you. And one way that would really work, but you need a state judge to get the camera footage, and that would be at the casino. 9 out of 10 of any of these reses nowadays, they have casinos, and they're going to have anywhere from 12 to 13 daggum cameras from bottom to top all the way around. And I doubt they erase the footage daily. I don't think so. So until someone can prove otherwise, I'm not going to take no word other than what them babies have told me. That's just like Summer. There's no amount of money. There's no way you can put a bullet to my head, and I would still refuse to say that that child has ever changed her story. These babies, yes, deserve justice all around the world. While trying to find Jack and Lily, they found a couple girls and a little boy. And it's all been right there pretty close to that pipeline. Ain't that a coincidence? Well, they know they're hiding something. And if because I don't know because I ain't got to see the inside of it, but if if she lost it and say anything went down in the bedroom or even the kitchen, most likely it's going to have tile or linoleum. But they can look to see if any pieces of carpet have been cut and taken out uh, from each room, and that Blu-ray light would show urine, blood, uh, all this stuff, and it could just be one fragment of hair with just enough DNA on it to match it with this whatever the undies, um, um, one of uh, uh, Jack's shirts or anything that's been found out. Because every time they'd go to search, they would find new stuff laying somewhere, and they know good and well it wasn't there to start with because it done been through there. Well, that was a fatal mistake. Sometimes you can think you're outsmarting yourself when you ain't. You just putting your butt in hot water just a little at a time. Yeah, but she keeps saying, I know someone has hurt them children. Why would she say that? I can tell you why. because she knows her temper. And I'm sure Daniel's got his fair share of it. I don't think it was any kind of custody situation here. I think that she knew that when she snapped this time, she's done went too far. Because even Numbnut said it. He said, "Yeah, we've done come too far now." So he knows his butt's in hot water. Who? When? When did she say that? The other day. It's up on that criminal thing I told you about. Malaya. When did she say what? She said she knows someone. No, the biological uh, grand the biological grandmother said that uh, she knows someone hurt Jack and Lily. Yeah, Belinda. Yeah. hmm See what trouble was. See, Numbnuts was trying to work his way in there. It's probably a perv, and they refused him. He's lost everything, living in his car, uh, and now that I guess they've turned their back against him, now he's out telling everything about them. Now he's done spilled the beans, and he's even said he knows where the children are, and of course he does. They plainly said that they let Malaya out the vehicle while they went and discarded the evidence. And like I said, we're not looking for a basket of cookies here. We're looking for children. That's the only evidence there is. We just need 2 babies. So I don't understand why they ain't done locked them up. They've done got enough for neglect. Knowing good and doggone well that there was some foul play involved. If there's no footage, there's no trace whatsoever, then it's criminal right off the top. They done marked off being kidnapped. That dog didn't hunt. Everything they've done has backfired. All they got to do is lock them up and use one person against them, and that would be Meadow. Saying if you don't tell the truth, you'll never see daylight again, and you will never see Meadow again. Then they're going to start. They're going to start turning against Numbnuts anyway. But if you start talking about Meadow, Daniel's going to get set off. Malaya's going to freak out. It bothered her so bad. That's why when CPS come got Meadow, she cut out. She know that, hey, that's like the only one she cared about. When Rose said that these children looked like that they were malnourished, plus, you know what I'm trying to say.
Malnourished.
Whatever.
I couldn't even say it right that time.
Malnourished. Well, anyhow, said they looked very sickly.
Yeah.
But the baby looked fine. But kept the kids out because Lily had a little cough. I don't believe that no more than nothing. And their timeline's not right to start with because these children went missing a week prior to the 911 call. I don't know how people don't see this. There's no footage nowhere a week prior to this. with a friend down at the beach somewhere. I, she won't talk. She won't talk to nobody. She won't talk to nobody. Belinda's getting where she won't. She ain't gonna talk to nobody. They think if they just shut down, they're gonna shut down. Well, that ain't gonna work. These children got to turn up, or they're going to jail. I mean, that's it. Yep, living their best right there. What kind of faces are you making on
All
there?
kinds, because I got so many great ideas right now.
Yeah, that beach picture is the only one I've seen. Um, and again, I don't know if it's current or if it was back before. I don't know. That's what they tell us. That's right. You know, they probably watched Summer's Case and Sebastian and a bunch of them and thought they could pull off the same scheme. But see, if what throws everybody off is the main timeline. And it is true. It is a fact. If a child goes missing, actually missing, if you can get started within the first 24 hours, you have a 90% chance that you can find that child. Now, it may be too late as far as being alive, but you can still find the child. But what they did was just come in and just everybody started going over what you were. See, like they did with that Jumping A Ramsey. You know, look how many years that's been going on. So that no, that his dog ain't gonna hunt because until they show me proof, they can throw up all the updates they want to. But until one says, "Okay, I got footage right here," and it time stamped. I don't want to see some junk from like the birthday party and all. That's not what I'm talking about. I want to see some updated footage. If they can show me that, then hey, I throw my hands up. But not till then. And I don't much believe I've got nothing to worry with. Hmm? Okay. Are you running off to the beach too? I don't like these kind of cases. No way. I don't know, love. Way they're way they're trying to case that place out. They've got people, and I think Daniel was kind of caught on to it, and numbnuts. They got some people watching the place to see when they leave if they can slip up and look in a window somewhere. Uh, but what they're I reckon they're doing is if he has to go somewhere, she stays there. If she has to go somewhere, he stays there. So it's kind of like cat and mouse deal here, you know. And I don't understand. I mean, I'm like Andrew here. I mean, why not get a court order? What's going on? I don't know why they don't get a court order and that oh, and just go in there and knock the door down. And that way it won't make no matter what they say. They don't need more time. Way too much time has done passed. All they need is a search warrant. That's it. Knock down the door and go in there and tend to business. And I guarantee you, they're going to find DNA. And if it matches with anything they got, there they go. Yeah. Yeah, started off, yeah, like he was, uh, trying to help and do the right thing. But that's not what his intention was. One of you made a comment the other day talking about how he's trying to weasel in. That's exactly what he was trying to do. Like I say, he's lost everything. Living in his daggum car, okay, and he's trying to work his way in there, and they refused it. But he knows too much. He already knows everything, and now he's made a comment saying, "Okay, we went too far." Well, that's what you get for running your daggum mouth. I mean, if you got enough ass to back it up, don't run it. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. But I'm seeing less and less about them on there now. Uh, I mean, like I said, it would help my heart if I could see one update on Jack and Lilly and actually see footage of them being taken care of well. I would be eased perfectly. But with them not being on any cam footage anywhere in the Canadian area or the US, they just cannot provide that footage. And the only reason that they can't provide that footage, well, y'all know why. We can sit and talk till our faces turn blue. But if there's no proof and they just let Daniel and Malaya and Melinda and Numbnuts and all of them just ride, what's that setting for everybody else? Okay, I can do it to my kids and get by with it. They got to stop. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you when you leave your home, if you got a small town around you, or even say quite a bit of neighbors on your street, you're going to be filmed probably at least anywhere from 80 to 200 times on someone's camera. There's no way that they would not be some type footage of these children. I mean, they got to stop. What else now have they got to lie about now? Everybody doesn't know they lied. Only thing they need to do now is just tell where they are. Numbnuts done ratted her out. She blew up. Okay. things got a little messy. That's what he said out of his own mouth. She did something that she can't take back. That come out of his mouth. And what's that one thing you can take from someone and can't give back? They gotta stop this mess. If they're ever gonna make a stand against people like this, they're gonna have to start making spectacles of these people. And these ones right here would be a good one to start with. This is nonsense. It's not doing any justice for these children. They deserve so much more. Pathetic. I mean, I think we're all on the same page with this. I mean, of course, they don't want to. It's like their situation would be like if, for just an example, if you were out drinking and driving and you come home late, well, before you got home, you thought you hit something, maybe a deer or something. Wake up next morning, have hair and blood and whatnot on your vehicle. What are you going to do? Wash it off and don't say nothing? Wait for the next 3 days and see if anybody shows up at the funeral home? Or are you going to say, hey, okay, I've done something here. I messed up. That'd be a hard pill to swallow. It really would. If you want sympathy, you have to give it. Same way with respect. You can't get it if you don't give it. That's just life today. All they need to do is tell where they are. He can't unsay what he's done said. I mean, it don't work like that. You know. His words plainly. Yeah, she blew up, snapped, done something she can't take back. Is that not a confession? Blew up, did some things that she can't take back. And no sign of your children all of a sudden. Yeah, $150,000 for the whereabouts of Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Call Nova Scotia RCMP at 902-485-4333. Our Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS or 1-800-222-8477. I'm going to go in there and try to eat me something, and I get feeling a little bit better here directly after a while. I'll try to come back on and we'll turn the spirit box on and see if we can hear from Jack and Lilly and see what they got to say now. See if it matches up with anything that Numbnuts is saying. It sounds like he's on the one doing any talking now. That's right. That's right. You got it. That's right. I see y'all. Thank you for being back, Jillian. Let's see, it's about 7 o'clock now. I don't know where
Is it really?
it's about 7.
Oh,
it's,
wow.
it's almost 7 here. I don't know where it is, what time it is where y'all at, but let's see. Give me a couple hours probably. All right. See y'all after a while.